Hello friends, welcome back to this series of tenses. Today we will learn that is future simple tense part 3. And in this part, today you will see that is how to use the future simple tense. By this you can get knowledge because you have already get the overview and the introduction of future simple tense. You have already understood the situation, which situation you have to use the future simple tense. And now in today's lesson, in today's part, we will learn that is how to use the future simple tense, and also we will see some examples, we will see some structures, and also we will see some that is some structures and also some expressions. Okay, so one word I want to say, that is how to use the future simple tense. If you watch this video, then you can get more knowledge, then you can understand how to use the future simple tense, which structure I have to use, okay, which sentence I have to use this structure, which sentence I have to change this structure. Okay, so no more talking, let's get started in our today's journey. So first of all, here, like every tenses, I have divided these the same sections, that is positive, negative, question. Okay, so here we can start from the positive, but before starting we have to see the structure. So here's the structure. It is subject plus will plus verb. Okay, general structure of future simple tense. First of all, we have to see the subject, then we have to see the will, then we have to see the verb. Same here. Then our sentences will be, okay. So this is the main structure. By following the main structure, you can transform it into the positive, into the negative, and into the question. Okay. So here we can start from here, positive. So same here, by following this structure, the positive becomes, here are some structure, so there won't be change, will be will. Okay, so then we can say like this: I will play, you will play, we will play, they will play, he will play, she will play, it will play. You can use any kinds of verbs, no problem. And the negative is, during the negative we have to use what? After the word of will, we have to use not. I will not play, you will not play, but it may take time. Okay, you will use, so you will use, you can use it, but there are more contraction about positive, negative, which we will learn later. Okay, so today we will just learn one contraction here, and that is will not. When we can contract it into the contraction, so we can shorten it won't. Will not becomes won't. So if you want to say will not play, no problem, you can also say won't play, no problem. Okay, so it depends on you. So will not play and won't play. So here we can see that is, if you follow this structure, then you can say by your own way. So here, just see the structure: I will not play. Okay, don't say this, try to say this: I won't play, you won't play, they won't play, he won't play, she won't play, it won't play. You can also say I will not play, you will not play, we will not play, they will not play, and so on. Okay, but it may take time because we know that time is valuable. So we can say instead of will or not, we can use what? Won't. Instead of will not, we can use won't. So we can say like this, just repeat with me: I won't play, you won't play, we won't play, they won't play, he won't play, she won't play, it won't play. Okay, and the next is, now we have returned to the question. So these are the positive form of question. We will learn the negative form of question. Just wait, okay? Don't be panicked. So here we can see that is during the subject, as we generally do, we have to put the will before all of the subjects. Then your sentence will be like this into the positive form of question. So that is, will I play? Will you play? Will we play? Will they play? Will he play? Will she play? Will it play? And also you can add the person's name. Will Korim play? Will Lucy play? Will Raju play? You can also add with these that is positive and negative. You can also say Korim will play. Okay, Korim will play. Or then you can say that is Korim won't play. Okay, will Korim play? So you can change the subjects which depends on you. So we have already understand by following this main structure because positive form of the question is the main. Okay, that's why I have written this is generally. But we can do it also negative form of question. So how can we do it? We have to simply add the not as we did into the negative. On that time during the negative form of question, we have to put the not after the word of subject. Okay, after the word of subject we can put the not here. Okay, as we generally do. So here we can say like this, not. Okay, will I not play? Will you not play? Will we not play? Will they not play? Will he not play? Will she not play? Will it not play? But it takes too much time, okay? It takes too much time. So that's why we can use it. We can use it what? We can use the not here. Okay, because not always takes too much time here. So which we can use. So on that time, what do you have to do? We can use won't, okay, before the subject. So here, we can use won't, okay? Here, same here. Then your sentence will be, won't I play? Won't you play? Won't we play? Won't they play? Won't he play? Won't she play? Won't it play? Or you can put any kind of person's name. Won't he play? Won't she play? Or won't Korim play? Okay, so you don't have to follow this. Just follow this won't. Okay, so I have just written it on to make you all understand. If I written this after the word of will, then you can't understand. So that's why I have written this to make you the difference, the won't and will. Okay, so we will just follow this won't. Okay, so which is the general rule. So here we have already understand the positive, negative and question. Now our main task is to follow, that is here. Okay, so here we can see that is here there are some expressions here. There are some expressions here, so which we can use it. Okay, for example, that is which we can use it to make a good sense. We can also use it with this. I think they will play. I think she will play. I think it will play. You can also say I believe he will play. I believe she will play. I believe Arjon will play. Okay, you can also say any kinds of names. I believe they will play. I believe we will play. I suppose we will play. I imagine I will play. Not I will play, because we can also use, instead of I, we can use he. I imagine he will play. And if we say I don't, then we can also say this, because I indicates me, so I'm talking some person. So sometimes we will try to avoid the I and we will try to say another subjects. Okay, but sometimes some situation we have to use it. If you say I imagine I will play, in any case that is you can play or you which happen or not, but you don't give the point. Okay, you don't give the 10 out of 10, that is you will play. Okay, so in these expressions, as you have understood, in this expression we can use it. But what about this I don't, which reflects what? The negative sentence. But if I talk about this I don't, you can also use it. Okay, so let me tell you, because I don't, even though it's a negative sentence, it's an expression. Okay, it's an expression. Okay, so you can also say that is I don't, we, he will play. It indicates some expression. Okay, I don't, I imagine, I suppose, I believe, I think. These are the expressions here to make you all understand. Okay, but if I tell you that is, can we use it? Can we use the expression? Of course you can use it. But do we have to follow this? No, you don't have to follow this. I have just written this to make you all understand. Okay, we can also eat this, that is I don't, he will play, or I can add the verb here, I don't know he will play. Okay, I don't know he will play, which reflects something. So if you just read this about the expression, then you can gain your knowledge. Okay, so you don't have to follow this. I have just written this to make you understand. With expression, sometimes expression is used during the future simple tense, but no problem, you don't have to follow this. But if you want, you can. You have to just follow this structure. Okay, this main structure is very important. Okay, so I hope that is you have understood. And then next is we have understood here, and our next sense that is now we will talk about this. So during the question, we can also use what? WS question. We can also use WS question here, as we can understand. So here we can see that is it is used where, when, and how long. Okay, these are the many. So WS question is many forms of WS question can be used. Okay, so many form of WS question can be used. Okay, so here I have written this that is own. So I have to remove this, no problem. I have to remove this question here, and also then I can add the where. Okay, we can add the WS question. WS question means that is question words, some question words that we generally use. Okay, that we generally use during the specific point to ask someone. Okay, on the time we generally use the WS question. So there are many kinds of WS question, but I have just written 3 words of WS question to make you all understand. Okay, so during the before the word of will, we can use a WS question. Okay, for example, that is we can take the where. We can take the where. Okay, we can take the where because we don't have because we can't capitalize the will. So then we have to write a small letter of the W. Then we can say this. Don't follow this, just follow this. Where will I play? Where will you play? Where will we play? Where will they play? Where will he play? Where will she play? Where will it play? Like where, you can use many kinds of WS question with this. You can also use when with will, and also you can use how long with will. Okay, during the positive form of question. Or what? During the positive form of question. So we have understood or not? Of course we have understood. So here, this is the main rule of that is question about the question word that we have arrived and that we talk about this. So that is where will we play, where will they play, okay? And also you can use the when you will, when will you play, when will she play. We can also use the what that I have written. I have told you we can use many types of WS question. What will I play, what will he play. We can also use how long will we play, how long will he play. Okay, so kinds of WS question. So we have already understood the WS question. And what about the negative form of question? What about the negative form of question? We can also use it. For example, that is, we have to just put the won't after the word of where. Okay, so I have just removed this. I have to just erase this to make you understand. To make you understand here. So here I can write this. So this line is just erased, no problem. Just listen to me. So where you can see the word of where won't. Okay, so where won't I play during the negative form of question? Where won't you play? Where won't we play? Where won't they play? Where won't he play? Where won't she play? Where won't it play? Or where won't Corinne play? Where won't Lucy play? Okay, like where you can use many types of WS question during the negative sentence in future simple tense with won't, because won't is a negative form of will. Okay, so we have understood. You can use it with when won't you play, when won't they play. you can also use this. That is, how long won't you play? Okay, how long won't you play? Like this. So here you can also use what, how, okay, how won't you play? Okay, so there are more WS question. I have just written this to make you understand, okay, because some WS question, if you just understand the some WS question, then you can make many types of WS question. So we have already understood in today's part, okay, this. And then we will talk about that is we know that is play is a regular verb. Can we use go? Go is an irregular verb. Of course, we can use both of them. We can use the regular verbs and also we can use the irregular verbs because the base form of the verb won't change. Okay? So instead of play, we can also use go. We can use go, no problem. We can use go. Okay, we can use go. Okay, so just imagine here we can use go. We can use go. And if I talk about will not, so it depends on you. Will you use will not or won't? But we will observe won't because won't is used most of the time. Okay, and generally we will try to avoid. We will try to avoid the will not. Okay, so we'll try to avoid this. And if we talk about this, that is go, we can also use the irregular verbs and irregular verbs. So in the irregular verbs, I had chosen go. So we can also say with this, I will go, you will go, he will go. We can also transform into the negative. He will not go. No, sorry, not. He won't go. She won't go. I won't go. You won't go. Besides, we can also transform it into the question. Will simple question. Will I go? Will you go? Will we go? And if we try to make it into the negative form of question, we can. Won't I go? Won't you go? Won't he go? Won't she go? Etc. Then if we try to transform it into the WS question in the positive form of question, no problem. Then we have to just don't watch up the word of won't and see, look at this will. Where will then you can say that is where will I go? Where will you go? Okay, where will he go? Where will she go? So like this, you can use many types of WS question with regular verbs and irregular verbs, no problem. And here, and if you use if you don't use the won't during the question, then what do you need to do? You have to put the not. I have already told you, same as WS question, but we won't follow the won't because won't isn't not won't. We don't follow the will not because will not isn't used during the question. Okay, we have to also remember this. So during the question, we will generally follow won't. And by this, we can make it into the question, positive form of question, negative form of question. And with WS question, we can make it positive and negative in question. Okay, so I hope that is you have understood. And if you follow this will not, then you can say like this, where I will not play, where you will not play. And if you want to say with go, no problem, where will I not go, then you have to put the not after the word of subject, which takes time. So we can use, instead of will not, we can use on. Or where won't I play, where won't you play, where won't I go, where won't you go. Okay, where won't I catch, where won't you catch. Okay, so which takes a short time. So here we have just talked about this, the whole structure, because this structure, some of them we always travel in this structure, so we have to just remember this. And we have already understood the whole structure about this. Now we will talk about the shall. Okay, sometimes I have heard about the shall. Okay, because sometimes shall is also used in the positive section, negative section, and question section. In writing form, shall is also used sometimes. But in the real life, in this era, people don't follow the shall, because in the North America, then they don't use the shall most of the time. They generally use the will. And most of the other countries, the other worlds, in this time, they always follow the will. Okay, because shall is just like an informal, but some situations, some theory, shall is also used. So to talk about a polite way. Okay, something like a formal, to talk about a polite way. So it is used with the, sometimes it is used with the positive sentence, with this. And not positive, sometimes it is used with the positive sentence, sometimes it is used with the question. Okay, but it is barely used with the positive section. It is used sometimes with then a question section. Why? Because it is used with the subject with I and we. Here we can see it, I and we, it is used. And most of the time that is so just see some examples. Sometimes people use it. Shall I order? Then you can add the extension. Shall I order something? Shall I bring the food for you? Shall we dance together? Shall we begin the party? So shall is used in this theory. Okay, so here's the whole structure of future simple tense. So I hope that is you have understood by watching this structure. Okay, so that's it. So if you like this video, just like, comment, share and follow my video, and see you in the next video everyone, and bye for now.